going on? What's going on? Let's get into this week 7 NFL. Let's get it out the way because there was some games most of the games I couldn't even watch yesterday. It was horrible. I mean, it was bad. The first game, obviously last Thursday, was Cleveland over Denver. That was a real dog, real barker. Case Keenum beat Denver, Teddy Bridgewater. I like Teddy Bridgewater, but Denver got to have a big help wanted signing quarterback, and that coach ain't going to last long, and they're killing Von Miller off. They looked okay, but they fast becoming a lottery team. And Cleveland, Baker Mayfield, if he spent half his time on the field and playing smart as opposed to making all those commercials, he might be on to something because he spends more time behind the camera than he does in front on the field. Other game, the Giants beat Carolina. Daniel Jones even caught a ball with one hand. Carolina, how did that Sam Darnold turn out? How did that turn out, Terry Bradshaw? Supposed to be allegedly the best quarterback in Carolina Panthers history. How's that turning out? He got benched in the fourth quarter because Sam Darnold, he's doing Sam Darnold things. Giants are kind of underachieving, but they are what they are. But Carolina, it didn't ship. The ship sank. Elsewhere, Tampa Bay over Chicago. Well, Tom Brady threw for 4 touchdowns now, has 600 for a career. I'm going to do another video on him. That was a lackluster game. Chicago's offense is deplorable. I like Justin Fields and all that, but that was going to be a blowout. This ain't last year in Chicago. There was a blowout. Tonight, New Orleans beat Seattle. Jameson Winston did enough because he's, and then Seattle stuck with Geno Smith. Enough said. Seattle, it's over. It's over. And by the time Russell Wilson get back, they'll be getting him a jacket to get in for the lottery because they're going to be a top 5 lottery team. It's over. It was over when Russell was playing, so it's even more official now. Elsewhere, Arizona waxed Houston. Houston shouldn't even bother playing. And Kyle Murray, they stacking up dubs, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. But then again, when you wax a bad team bad and you beat a Cleveland team, you got to give them they do. So it's going to be real interesting when they play Green Bay Thursday. I'm looking forward to that. Indy was over San Francisco last night. That was a deplorable game, and the weather was horrible. Carson Wentz did enough. Jimmy Garoppolo, ship was sinking. It's been over. Frisco looks flat. They have not been the same since that Super Bowl. He hasn't either, and we know they're bidding their time to get something for him, but I don't know. Elsewhere, Las Vegas beat Philadelphia. The Raiders have been undefeated since John Gruden got fired. And David Carr is doing enough to win. We'll see what happens in the second half. Because with them, you can't go by the first half. It's always the second half. As for Philly, I like Jalen Hurts, but Philly it's depressing. The NFC East, Dallas can get the crown already. Ain't nothing coming. I don't think those teams combined in NFC are going to win 10 games, let alone. That's deplorable. Tennessee over Kansas City. I'm going to do a separate video about Patrick Mahomes in another day or two. And Derrick Henry had more touchdown passes than Patrick Mahomes. That's all you need to know. And plus, Ryan Tannehill was looking like unstoppable. That's scary, too. That's the Derrick Henry run effect. But bad play calling, Andy Reid, Kansas City can't run, can't stop the run. Their secondary was getting ate up. Turnovers, and just inconsistent play. And it's just been a carryover from the Super Bowl. They can't work that magic. You can't expect Patrick Mahomes to Steph Curry it all the time or Curly Neal and make an incredible play. Sometimes you got to play fundamental football, and it's catching up to him. All the magic tricks in the world ain't there. Tennessee's looking like a legit team. Watch out. Sad to say. They're one of the 4 best teams along with my Buffalo Bills, and it got a couple of teams in the AFC. Cincinnati over Baltimore. I like Jeff Burrows a lot. Very impressive win. Usually Lamar Jackson got this pull one out, but they didn't have no answer for Cincinnati. Cincinnati was able to run and pass. Burrows was going off. Very impressive win for Cincinnati. And they could be something. I'm not quite buying it, but they could be on to something. Also, the Rams beat Detroit. No surprise. The battle against the two, Matthew Stafford against Jared Goff. And Jared Goff's in Detroit, and you see what's happening. Ain't winning. And they blow another game where they were kind of close into it. So, Rams are winning close games. They're not looking as invincible as they did early part. Detroit's doing their usual Detroit things. So, And like I said, I stand by. If Detroit wins 5 games, they should have a 5-block parade because it don't look like that's going to happen. So, have to worry about that. New England over the Jets. This was 54-13. Oh, God. And that, wouldn't even the New England was putting points like that, but the Jets are horrible. And New England ain't that good. I don't think New England had scored 50 points. If New England had cracked, they scored 29 against Dallas. But before that, they couldn't even crack 20 at home in those 3 losses that they had, prior. So this is making up, but, the Jets, it's brutal. It's some brutal football out here. Atlanta beat Miami. I'm talking about brutal. Miami ain't done nothing since they beat New England week 1. Atlanta won on the last second field goal. And it's just a lot of crap out here. It's just some really crappy teams. Garbage ball out here, really. It's really deplorable. It's a shame they can't have the season half and get to the postseason now to get the weed out the horror. Because there are going to be some teams that are going to really be fighting for the top 3 picks. I have not seen a season when I've seen so much deplorable football so early. And I can't even watch it past halftime because it's beat up. It's beat you up. It's done. But give me your thoughts and text. Let me know how your team did. Feel free to hit them comments and I'll respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. And that is the end of this week of week 7. This was probably one of the toughest weeks I've ever seen. I can't recall this early in the season where it was just so much blowouts. Just bad ball. And I do agree with what Mike Irvin said about Kansas City. I'll make one more point. They don't want scared of them no more. I'm going to talk about Mahomes in a separate video. I'm out.